Our final stop on the IFBB Spring Pro Tour brings us to the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. Here, Mike Senna brought the Chicago Pro Invitational to the historic Navy Pier and let the action fly. The show featured the professional premiere of heavyweight national champion Chris Duffy at over 260 pounds. The Florida native is a huge man, but lacks the body balance needed to win at the pro level and landed in 8th. Quinn Lab Jim Quinn placed 7th in his second IFBB show, and with his 4th place at Niagara Falls, Jim established the fact that however blocky a bodybuilder is, nobody's going to ignore him at 270 dense vascular pounds. Jim may not have the pretty symmetry of many other competitors, but when he hits a most muscular pose, the crowd loses control. Ronnie Coleman duplicated his performance at Niagara Falls with another 6th place. Claiming to be steroid-free for life, his upper body can compete with anybody. Henderson Thorne broke into the top 5 with his trademark thickness and rugged back. The Ontario, Canada native often gets overlooked due to his short stature and unassuming stage manners. Mauro Sarni moves back into the top 5 after being disappointed in Pittsburgh. At first glance, he doesn't appear to be carrying enough mass to mix it up with the monsters of the IFBB, particularly in his upper body. But like Milos Sarcev, he compensates with symmetry, proportion, and granite-hard condition. Unlike many European flashes in the pan, Mauro looks like he'll be around for a while. Milos Sarcev picked up his 3rd consecutive Mr. Olympia qualifying 3rd place finish of the spring tour. Not an easy task, considering that the lineup gets tougher every year. John Sherman got both bigger and more cut in the short week since Pittsburgh. To find out how he managed to improve so much, you'd have to ask Houston nutritionist Keith Klein. He wouldn't tell you anyway. Now the Sherman tank has also earned an invitation to the Mr. Olympia. Porter Cottrell went undefeated during this year's spring tour in the 3 contests he entered, amazingly bringing his total wins to 5. Still, the Louisville firefighter continues to work a full-time job and stays humble. By now, many people are aware of Porter's heroic efforts to save the life of fellow pro bodybuilder Mohammed Benaziza in Holland, who died after winning a Grand Prix event in 1992. Porter was presented with the first place award by Dave Rose and Steve Ward of Champion Nutrition. With the brutal spring tour over, the athletes finally get a chance to relax and go back to the off-season mode of eating and training heavy, except, of course, for the men who qualified for the Mr. Olympia. For them, the work has only just begun. For Muscle Magazine, I'm Andy Stevens.